Well, hello everybody. I'm very excited to be putting some oil on this Whiscombe stock. All the hard parts are done. I just spent a few hours sanding on it. Started with 120. Now I didn't take the areas that I didn't have to work on down as far as the areas that I did have to work on. The forearm got very significantly sanded because I had to sand the hardened splue off of the screw cup holes. But I wanted to make sure that the whole stock was at least moderately sanded so that I had something close to work with. And while I was at it, of course, I found lots of little nicks and dings that happened both in the original fall of the gun and probably prior to that just from use. So the surface of the wood is fair again, and there's a couple little spots I might touch up as I go along, but I sanded the, I don't know if this butt plate pad thing was or what I originally put on, or maybe the length of pull got adjusted at some point and got cut again, or maybe it's a different pad, but it didn't fit the wood very well, and it's still not perfect because I didn't want to put it on the belt sander and cause 2 horsepower 80 grit sanding scratches. It would really be a lot of work to remove, because I am trying to be sensitive to the client's wish to get this back into competition as soon as possible. But I did sand it with the block sander and get it pretty close, and as I go through the finishing process, we'll polish up the plastic. Right now I don't know if you can see with the glare of the light, but it doesn't look very black right now. But that will improve as we go along. I did one wipe of oil and I thought, oh, you know what, you all might like to see how it goes from this really uninteresting sanded state and how quickly this is going to improve. I'm using Minwax Antique Oil Finish. I'm using a sheet of Scott Blue paper towel that's been cut into fourths, and then I fold all the exposed edges in so that I don't have any exposed edges to lose fibers. And then we're just going to rub this into the wood. And isn't that fun? It goes from ugly to beautiful that fast. And this is because the buttstock I did not take very much material off. It really is not very much sanding at all. So the wood is still impregnated with oil. And look at that, how quick that just changes. And that's why I'm always harping on you people that don't be afraid once every few years, or more frequently if you wish, to sand your hand-rubbed oil finish walnut gun stock down at the end of a season. And maybe just give it a 320 rub down, steam out any dents or scratches you find. And then give it half a dozen or a dozen fresh coats of oil to bring the sheen back. Isn't that cool? I'd love oiling this gorgeous wood. Oh, now we get to see the areas that were repaired. And while it stands out pretty good unoiled, because there's a difference in the appearance of the sanded wood to the sanded resin fill, but I think once we get oil on it, it pretty much disappears. I mean, I gotta really look to see that. This is going to be a great repair. It is going to be. I think it is a good repair. We just got to get this wood oiled back up again and get it sent on its way. Yeah, here we can see that repair going all the way across the trigger guard opening, all the way to the other side. Going to be great. If I catch the angle just at the right, if I catch the light just at the right angle, yeah, I can see it. But it's pretty good. And in fact, I found in the forearm, I forgot about this because it's actually been quite a few years since I made this stock, and I don't remember how it happened. It's just this fully figured wood is a little bit fragile. But on this side of the forearm, up in here, there was, it looked like a chunk of wood must have come out, probably in carving. Let me see if I can zoom in, adjust this. That's a wet fingerprint with the oil. See, it's right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but there's a section here that was clearly epoxied and filled back in there. And once it's oiled, I don't think it's noticeable at all. It just basically disappears into all the rest of the stuff that's going on with this incredible piece of wood. It's just got swirls and colors and stuff everywhere. Well, now I'm getting oil on it. I see there's some 80 grit scratches up in here. Whoops, I'm sorry, let me zoom back out. You know, we'd gone from summer, I put the air conditioners back in the windows, and now today it was hailing out there. It's been cold. I'm wearing a sweater in the shop. Anyway, I got some 80 grit scratches there I'm going to have to sand out. I didn't see them before getting the oil on it. That's okay, that's the way it works. Now I'm doing this job on top of one of those inexpensive Harbor Freight moving blankets. They're always on sale real cheap if you have a Harbor Freight near you. You can mail order from them too. If folded in force, it gives you, I guess that would be 8 different working surfaces for the $3 or $4 it costs for the blanket. It's a lot of use. So on this side over here, it's nasty with sanding dust because I did the sanding over here, and yeah, that's the trigger guard. Just got it protected over there, and just open it up one fold, and I got perfectly clean new blanket to work on. It's not perfectly clean. It's been used a few times for clean operations. It's good enough for what we're doing. Oh, now I can see some more scratches in here, some sanding scratches that I'll have to work on. That's alright, this is the first coat of oil. That's where you see this stuff. And I'll probably put several or maybe even half a dozen coats of oil and then go through and re-sand those problem areas. Oh, and yep, I see some other little problem area here. This is probably from the fall. I thought I got them all out, but there's a couple little dents there I can steam out. It's difficult to see all this stuff once it's all brown from sanding. And then that first coat of oil goes on and it's like, oh yeah, then it jumps out at you and you can really see. And even this butt plate, once you get a little oil on it, it turns black again. But as I will continue to work on polishing the plastic up. Well, let's see, did I miss anything? Oh yeah, top of the forearm. And I got to use a little twirled up piece of paper towel soaked in oil to get down in the screw cups. Lots of resin fills. I remember this one that's on the top. It's very difficult making this inside cut here. I think maybe it touched on the collet. Something happened here that had to be filled when I first carved the stock, and then this area was so challenging, and then I just rebedded this since it was back here. Oh, I got to clean up some of that bedding compound too on the inside there. Not that it really matters, just for, I mean, the stock will probably never be off the gun again. So, oops, yep, this is looking fantastic. What a gorgeous piece of wood. I can't even see the repair at all on the left side. I mean, I gotta really angle it to barely see it. And the other side, yeah, the same situation. I think the client is going to be super happy when he sees this. He's going to go from crying alligator tears with the trauma, I mean, the traumatic experience it must have been to have it fall and break like that, and now it is a great repair that's going to completely retain the value of this gun and the stock. I think he's going to be really happy. Yeah, you can see it. It's I think it's pretty good. Yeah, you can see it if you really look for it, but the right side maybe a little more than the left, but it's pretty good. Alright, I got to stop rubbing on it and let this oil dry. And I'll do a few coats like this. Yes, I should take my ring off. I heard it going click click on the wood, but it barely touched it. But yes, I should take my ring off. It's my mason ring. It's always on me. Alright, so I just wanted to show you it go from sanded ugly to beautiful in moments. There's a lot of glare from the lights in the shop, so I don't know if you're really getting a good view or not. Try moving this around and try to find an angle. And this side. Yep, it's coming back. And here are the repairs. It's right through here. Let's see if I can angle it. Maybe you can catch sight of it. And it's the same location on this side. Yeah, the left side pretty much it's invisible. Just really hard to see on this side. Would have been better if I could have figured out some way to clamp it. But what we did turned out great, and I'm really happy with it. If you think I'm worth it, give me a thumbs up, please. Hit the bell notification icon if you want to be notified when I publish. And comment if you're so inclined. And thank you all very much for checking in on what I'm doing. And I can't wait to get this out of here because I've got 2 HW95s to carve. Well, 1 to finish, 2 to carve. And I can't wait to bring you along with me on that journey. I'm just going to get some oil here in the screw cut pockets. And go work on a website for a little bit. Actually, well, I should do that because I need to make money. It is getting on about 5 o'clock and I haven't been on my exercise period, and I got to take care of my body before anything else, or I won't be around to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So, yep. Fantastic. Can't wait to check in with you all in a little while. Thanks for watching. Bye.